Hey everybody, what's going on? How's everybody doing? Hope everybody had a good weekend. Shoot us a thumbs up if you would. Hey Mr. Steve, we're doing good, buddy. Hope you are too. I see you, there you are. Hey Walsh Farm. It's hot, it's back hot, Mr. Steve. Hot and dry. Still no rain. Hey Mr. Rowdy. You see him up there, buddy? Right there to go. Down in the 60s there. Yeah, I think it was 94 or something like that today. Hey Charles Cruz, doing good. Hope you are too. It's not looking like we're going to get much of a cutting for fourth cutting. The 40 acres that we sprayed with nitrogen to try, I believe most of that's going to be a waste. We've got, there's one field, like a 10-acre field, that's looking decent, that we'll probably get a cutting on it. It won't be a heavy cutting, but the rest of it's probably going to be a bad gamble we made. So what y'all guys think about my buddy's Beller Connect earlier in the week, where you rake and bale at the same time? Of course, Cutty never even got a second. Yeah, different areas do different, I reckon. Yeah, that is a nice setup. And he was telling me the other day, it was probably 4 weeks ago, he got in an accident on the road. A log truck come up behind him. And he was actually telling me how much better he can see behind that outfit with the baler being further behind him like that. And he was able to see that truck coming before the wreck happened, and the truck just barely clipped it and tore the fiberglass up on it. I meant to put that in the video and forgot about it. Hey, 50 chickens in the hen house. Yeah, I meant to put that in the video and forgot about it. Hey, Ag Wild. Appreciate all y'all guys and gals stopping in and chatting with us for a few minutes. I don't want to say his name yet, but next Sunday we should have a special guest on the live stream with us. As soon as he gives me the okay to say it, or if not, when he gets here next Sunday, there should be a special guest on here. Another YouTuber that I've never met. Hey, Mr. Monty, appreciate you dropping in. Hey, Gordon, you enjoyed the video, the raking and baling? Yeah, I told somebody the other day I want to see if he'll let me hook it up to the 574 and see if it'll run it. Just for laughs, try it out. I believe the old 574 will pull it. Yeah, I did. I put it up a minute or two early. I didn't realize it until I hit start. 574 will be rolling cold. And thank you, Rowdy, for sending me the stickers to go on the board back there. I sure do appreciate it, buddy. You got your passport. Hey, Mark's Motorsport and Farming. Sending in on the 19th and got on the 25th. That's faster than, I can't even go to my local DMV and get nothing done that quick. It'd take me that long to get my license renewed. 6 days. Yeah, when Mr. Steve brings that snowmobile, we need to make that work out to be close to a Sunday too, so he can be on the live stream. Almost like the country wants to get rid of you. Not sure if it'll work that far north. Yeah, I commented to a couple people. I could understand how it might not be the perfect in every area. I mean, because actually, sometimes I'll rake, but I'll rake this morning or the day before, but that's because I only have a limited amount of tractors, is the main reason. I reckon if I could run it all at one time like that, I possibly would try it too. Yes, sir, Mark, anytime, buddy. I try my best to catch all y'all's stuff. A lot of times I miss it, though, and I'm sorry for that. Hey, John Warren. Hey, ROW Services. Appreciate all y'all stopping in and chatting with us. Shoot us a thumbs up if you would, if you haven't. Yeah, it's a big time saver for him. And he said it would be real hard for him to go back to the conventional way, raking and baling and separate, because of how much time it saves him. And I had a lot of people comment and ask me on the first one I done about that outfit, about why didn't he do net wrapping, and I actually asked him, and he said as far as the price per bale, it didn't make sense to him when he feeds pretty much all of his hay to his own cows. It just added cost to the per bale for his cow operation. So that's the answer that I got from him. North Texas hay rakes and bales at the same time too. Yeah, I think I've seen that. I had a lot more footage of it that day. I had a GoPro mounted on it and 4 or 5 different angles. But the footage was so shaky I wasn't able to use but just a little bit that I put in that video. And that's so weird to me. I can put the GoPros on the race cars and they have almost no vibration in them. But if I put it on my 574, I've never been able to use any of the footage that I've got on my tractor. And almost didn't get to use none of it on that tractor the other day. Hey, 69 Druth. We've done a little bit of custom cutting and baling. Probably do a little more this week. We've got about 30 acres that I need to cut also. That fan ain't blowing on the microphone and making a loud wind noise or nothing, is it? Fan's okay. Appreciate it. Had to put a chew in. Yeah, I need to quit that. Need to be more healthy. Carolina Tony, everything's going good, buddy. Hope it is for you too. Appreciate you stopping in. We got to get Carolina Tony up here one Sunday also. He's not too far from me and makes good videos also. He's a Harley man. Me too, but it's hard. There's 38 years of it. Yeah. I'm out of pancake mix right now. I was just telling my wife before I come on the live stream, and she goes out again tonight while I'm on the live to pick up some more pancake mix. I sure do appreciate all the support from y'all guys. That stuff's very good. And I've been trying to sample different ones all week at different times and see which one's my favorite, and I cannot honestly come up with one yet. Hey Mark, Cornell, Traveling Hoosier. You've been real busy. We're busy too, buddy. YouTube had a crop pesticide commercial on your channel. Well, we do have to use pesticides sometimes. Hey, Mr. David, using Skoll since 1967. Yep, that was before I was even born. Picked up 3 inches of rain since Friday. Wow. Yeah, we could use some rain here, but we don't. The row crop farmers, peanuts and stuff, don't need it right now because they're digging peanuts and that will mess them up. But the ground is dry. Hey SLC, what's going on, buddy? I think, if I remember correctly, it's Montana or somewhere that I'm seeing they're already getting snow. Just got home, Brian. Edison River looks like a ditch. Yeah, as I was saying earlier, I believe I wasted the money putting out liquid nitrogen to try to get a fourth cutting. I believe that's going to be a waste. All we mainly do, Carolina Tony, is cows and hay. And custom work for other people. So Montana had 2 feet of snow. It snowed last week. Yeah, that's hard to believe when it's still so hot here. Hard to know. Yeah, it is. It is tough to know which way. And if I hadn't have sprayed it, we would have probably got some rain, and then I'd have been wishing I would have sprayed. But it'll work out. Hey, who dat 3020? Appreciate y'all stopping in. How's y'all's hay looking, Mr. David, for the 4th cutting? Y'all might be a couple weeks ahead of me on 4th cutting, if I remember right. So maybe y'all had a little more moisture and I get a 4th cutting. Up to 40 inches in some places. How's the hay coming along? The 4th cutting's not coming good. We might have a 10-acre one. We got a 10-acre field. It's in a lower area with heavier soil. It's looking to be, so we'll probably have that 10 acres to cut in a couple weeks, possibly. Thank you, Mr. Steve. My tripod is sitting mighty high tonight. Hold on, y'all. Let me try to lower. We normally can get 4 pretty easy. We have gotten 5. But a lot of times we only get 3 also. Hit it coming in. Appreciate that, Brian. Yeah, if I'd say an average, I'd say 3.5 cuttings a year. If I had to average it. Sitting just right to see the sticker board. Good deal. And if any of y'all other guys want to send a sticker with your channel name or something, send it and I'll put it on the board back there. That's why I put that little board up. Northeast Ohio farmer. Headed back to Tennessee Wednesday. Yeah, we need a SLC sticker up there, Brian. Warming up the TV for the Saints game. Who does the Saints play tonight? Hey, Philip. I don't know anyone that sells unpasteurized milk, buddy. Hey, Miss Rowdy. A little bit of hunting, not enough to say that I'm a deer hunter, Rowdy. My son and his buddies do on some of our hay fields and stuff. Cowgirls. Yeah, 34 acres of soybeans off so far. I haven't seen any soybeans being hard cut in our area. Right now everybody's on cotton and peanuts. I'd like to get I'll try to get a video on the cotton picker this week, if I'm able. And try to get some digging peanuts, you know, if I can. But I'm really wanting to try to put the GoPros on the cotton picker and show it feeding in the head, and take the cover off one of the side on one of the rows and mount a GoPro there to see it working in slow motion. See it taking the cotton off and feeding it to the vacuum. I can't remember the name of them round that takes it off of the fingers. The cows is doing good, Rowdy. Appreciate you coming in, Traveling Hoosier. Have a good week, buddy. Well, I'll wave for the camera with a sign for you next Sunday. John, it's not my cotton, buddy. It's one of my buddies it's actually the same one that I do the corn and the cotton update videos on all through the summer. One part, he did. He had his truck and his car tore up last week. In the race cars, we use a clamp. Clamp for the GoPro. And we've got a magnet base. And I've tried the clamps on the tractors. I don't know if it's just a different harmonic that the metal's putting off or what. Hoping to start cutting corn and beans late next week. Yeah, he was just putting he had the whole front of the cotton picker sent off and rebuilt, I reckon is what you would call it. And just put it back on Thursday or Friday when they were starting. And I was looking at it and questioned him about taking one of the panels off the side so we can mount a GoPro and get him to go slow RPM, and I could do it in slow motion to actually see the process of what it's doing. And he's game for us to try it, so just hope it don't pull the GoPro in. Suction cup mount loses suction sometimes. Only where I use the suction ones is like I use them for my phone in my truck. Like if I'm ever doing a live stream in my truck, I've got a mount for my phone that's a suction cup. It's actually laying back there. That's the one I use in my truck. And it'll be a good video. I think so. It's an international, Mr. David. Yeah, it sticks it out on my dash good in my dually. So with the shorter one, I let it sit on the dash with my phone. And if it's any shorter, I have to go so high for it to see over the dash to see me. My wife fusses at me if I do a live stream going down the road. It's a Module Express. Yeah, I'm just getting back into using it. I had quit using it for a while, and I really like it. I just need to use it more where I can get more comfortable with using it and better at it. No. My wife would put a knot on my head if I go in there where she's at. Thank you, Mr. Steve. But I'm real excited about having a guest next week, guys. As long as everything holds up. Same neighbor has a 625 basket. Knots only hurt for a bit. He's another farmer, or a farming background. So about something in my throat. About give it away, Rowdy. I thought it would be you and Erica, Rowdy. I thought y'all would come look at that farm down the road. Have you a place to come in the winter? It's 8.5 hours away. Give me 1 second, y'all. You're not missing the heat. No, it felt good about 2 weeks ago. A front or something come through, and man, it felt nice. It's back hot now, though. That's the reason the ground is so dry, and that fourth cutting's probably not gonna happen. A lot of people like the maple syrup. Somebody asked me to do a review on the cane syrup. I don't remember who it was, but the cane syrup was very good also. I'll try to look at my comments tonight, see who it was that wanted a review on that. That was you on the cane. Yeah, that cane syrup is very good. And I asked my dad, and that is what my grandparents used to eat. I said that on the live when I tasted it. The taste was familiar. Did you find the hubs and stuff that you was needing for your Dis. Who dat? I'm pretty sure it was who dat. You was working on the John Deere Dis. Got to clean my building up too, my shop. Because I can hide stuff with the camera. I can't hide stuff when somebody comes over. Waiting to hear from Old Farm Junk 101. Brian's been real busy, I believe. What I gather from talking to him. I talk to him a couple times a week. He's real busy. The shop looks lived in too. Wish y'all had some more warm days. So we've got enough hay now to get us through the winter. With what I got, I feel pretty comfortable that we do. And I'd hate to wish for more rain and with everybody digging peanuts and picking cotton. The 90s there this week. I think we're supposed to be in the 90s about all week also. With pretty much no chance of rain. Got another big race coming up at Lakeview Motor Speedway in Nichols, South Carolina. If anybody's close by and wants to go to some good dirt track racing Saturday night. Cotton picking and peanuts, that's right. 95 there today. I really don't know an honest number, Monty. If I had to guess, I would say 900 to 1,000. But I don't honestly know a number. I could try to figure you something up for next week and get a rough guesstimate. But I don't keep up with them exactly. Delicious, they get rained on. I'm really thinking about trying to bale a few bales of peanut hay again this year. I talked about it last year and never did. But I think I'm going to try to bale me about 20 or so just to try them on my cows. I needed, no, not my phone, on the GoPro, Rowdy. It busted my GoPro up. Yeah, we had to back off a little bit. We bit off more than we needed to be chewing this year. My air compressor come on. That means I forgot to cut that breaker off yesterday. It's great for bedding. There don't nobody around me use any bedding. Probably because it don't get cold like it does in y'all's areas. But a lot of people around here feed it. Have a good week. Who dat? 3020. Appreciate you coming in, buddy. If y'all guys haven't, shoot us a thumbs up. Gotta get my foot prop cleaned off. Cows won't leave much to lay on. Yeah, we've never fed none of it. But I like to try different stuff, and so if it ever comes to it and we have a crazy year and not able to get enough hay, I'd like to know how it does with the cows. Hey, Michigan Hay Sales, appreciate you coming in. Because you never know when something's going to happen and you not have the amount of hay that you need to feed. You know, just like last year when our hay flooded, that could have been bad, but luckily we was blessed and able to work it out. Have a good week, Mark. Mark, that was your first live stream the other night, I believe. That was Friday night. I was actually at a ball game. And I'm trying to think who texted me. Somebody texted me and told me that you had the live stream up and going. And I was able to jump on there. It was hard for me to hear at the football game. But I do like going into y'all's stuff when y'all got it going on. Because I appreciate y'all supporting us. Yeah, that's what most of the farmers tell me that I talk to them about belling a little bit, Mr. David. Actually, the one that I'm talking to, I'm probably going to just pay for the fertilizer for him to put on the couple little acres that I bale off of to try it. Yeah, Michigan Hay Sales. Rowdy sent me the UP sticker and I reckon like the outline sticker. Yep, there he goes. I didn't know if he was still in here. So I don't think my air compressor's gonna never cut off, y'all. I told him I want to try it off of the sandiest soil that he's got though. So that way maybe most of the sand will shake off when we rake it or whatever. Keep from running all the dirt through my baler as I can help. We've got a order for some square bales coming up for a wedding. I'm gonna try to make a video or either a live stream on that running the rebeller for y'all, because a lot of people's interested in seeing the rebeller run. I was pretty sure that's what it was, Rowdy. I wasn't 100% though. But yeah, a lot of people's interested in the rebeller, so I'm gonna try to make a video on it. Making them bales for that wedding. So that was your first live stream. Good deal. It's a lot different doing the live than a video from what I've seen, you know, for on me. I like the part about when you do a live, you don't have to worry about editing or nothing. You just click the button and when you finished, it's done. And where versus if you do a video, you have to put it all together and stuff in it. But when you're sitting in front of the camera live, it's a totally different feeling. It feels easier to me now than it used to, though, that's for sure. You was wondering if we've been rebuilding. Yeah, we have, but not enough at a time really to, by the time we'd get the phone and the tripods and stuff set up, we'd had the bells done. And I like to bell with, you know, show different angles of what's going on, and it's hard to do that with a small order of bells at a time. Plant bell to load Saturday, 3 hours. Yeah, mine won't be that fast yet, I'm sure. The beller could probably do it that fast, and the rebeller, but the man stacking will be hating it. I've seen that much with it running already. That man at the back of that homemade hay elevator will be hating it if you do a trailer in 3 hours. Same thing here, Rowdy. I'll get to doing something, and then time you get about done, you be like, man, I should have recorded that. I don't remember exactly how long ago it was, but a neighbor called me and told me I had a cow out, was stuck in the ditch. It was probably a 800-900 pound bull that we was gonna keep. He was out and stuck in the ditch, and you wouldn't have seen us trying to lift him out of the mud in that ditch with the backhoe. As soon as his hoof touched the dry ground, I think about my phone. Man, we had to put straps around him, and my son was down in the mud in the ditch. That was sometime going into the winter last year, I believe, after we had all that rain from the hurricane. Yeah, that would have been excellent to show. But we got him out and got him back in the pen. Actually walked him around the fence. We walked him back to the gate, and I think we've got 2 cows left that didn't calve this year, but they looking like they gonna drop any time. Yeah, I saw her stuck in the mud. We got 2 that's gonna drop here, oddballs from the rest maybe. If they don't drop, we'll probably cull them out. In the spring when we sell calves, we'll probably let them 2 go. A lot of times I hate to cull them out on the first time, because it's just as easy, it could have been not her fault, but you hate to keep feeding them when they ain't contributing nothing back. Working on some more pasture land. Just as soon as we can get that finalized, I'll be happy and glad, and because if that goes through, we'll be able to film there also. So that'll be another cow paddock that y'all be able to see. I think there's still 110 acres of it available, Rowdy. When it originally started, it was 360 acres. You know, I don't really show it too much, Michigan. People will ask about it. It'll go in streaks and people will ask me. And then the next week I'll post a video showing something with the cows and it don't get no views. But I don't mind showing them. You know, there's some stuff that we don't show, but I don't mind showing you when we're haying up and putting minerals out or whatever we're doing. I've got a playlist, you know, with cows on it. And we actually had to bury one of them on there. I didn't actually show the cow, but you seen everything but it with us burying it. Those big fatties. I got 2 or 3 that won't quit feeding every calf in the pens. That's good when you need a mom for a calf, but it's bad when they feed 4 at a time and the other calves has got a mama that's feeding it. We were just haying up Friday because our cows is eating a lot of hay right now because the pastures is not growing good. But yeah, when we was haying up the other day, there was 3 or 4 on one cow, and the cow looked like a real job, but nursing 4 calves. Hey, DLK, you know, from a roping clinic. You could get them how to pasture. Yeah, man, that reminds me, my son about 3 years ago got into he was going to be a cowboy in the lasso, and my wife's uncle taught him how to lasso. Yeah, and he lassoed about a 550-pound bull calf, and that baby drug me and him around the pen trying to get the rope off his neck. Yeah, she's a good mama. No, that was way before the YouTube days, Rowdy. Yeah, that was way before I probably didn't even know what YouTube was 4 years ago, to be honest. I'm not a tech type person. I didn't even have Facebook until a couple months ago, when I got it just for the YouTube channel and that Instagram or Snapchat, whatever it is I got. Whatever you can catch. I was moving some calves I had them in a corral so we could load them up. And there was about 6 or 8 calves that wouldn't go in there, so I put a hay bale in the corral so I could catch them. I got them caught up and all of them loaded except for one, and she would go around and around that hay bale. And she stuck her head up, and I tried to lasso her head, and this is the honest truth, y'all. I ended up catching one of her back feet, throwing it over a hay bale. I have no idea how I done that. You got a drone. Hey, if you get one of them like a DJI, it's real It's simple. Because, I mean, it'll fly itself. It seems like you got to try to crash it. Now, the one that I play with, like my brother-in-laws and stuff, from like Walmart, I mean, you got to fly it. You let go of the sticks, it'll crash. If you let go of mine, it just stays where you leave it at. But I caught, that calf had her head stuck up above the hay bale, and I was on the other side and tried to lasso her head and caught her back foot. And she went around and around that hay bale until I could finally get the lasso around one of the corral gates to stop her. You flew your Mavic Pro in your kitchen? Yeah, I haven't tried mine in the house yet. I'm still nervous about crashing it, and I'm not gonna lie, I do be nervous about losing it outside. That heifer's always the craziest, yeah. Up until then, probably 3.5, 4 years ago, I didn't even have a corrals to catch the cows in. I would load them straight in the trailer out in the field with my red and blue heeler with the cow dogs. That didn't always go as planned either. You get part of them in the trailer you wanted and the other part wouldn't be. Ted. Hey buddy, I seen where you give a super chat the other week and it didn't show up on my phone, but I sure do appreciate it, and I want to thank you now because I seen it later on, but I didn't see it when you done it, and I'm sorry about that. Thank Miss Rowdy for them stickers too. Rowdy. Not the favorite one. But if y'all in here now and you wanting earlier, if everything goes good next week, we plan to have a special guest, another YouTube guy. All she did was mail them off. Did she pay for the stamp? Trying to find something to scratch my back, something big. Good back scratcher screwdriver. Seen a mosquito flying around. So what's everybody got planned for this coming week? Oh yeah, she did. You broke. Same here, buddy. Welcome to the farming community. Snowing here in Calgary. Y'all, Mr. Steve, I've never gone to Canada or nowhere like that, but Mr. Steve's really got me thinking about wanting to do that in the future. No, but Ted, I hate I didn't see it, buddy, and I do appreciate it. Finishing cleaning bins out. Just in time to reload them. That's very true, Rowdy. My wife works I was sitting right there letting that mosquito bite my neck. 3 inches. And it's probably 89 degrees here right now. Rain all week. They calling for it to be in the low 90s here all week with pretty much no chance of rain. %30 of the crop is off. Haven't seen a skeeter in months. Well, you better stay away from South Carolina then. I'll be ready for a little bit of cooler weather though. It's normally about 2 months from now, Ted, before y'all get your first snow up that way. Village this week. Do y'all wrap them yourself, Ted, or you got somebody that'll wrap it for you? Mosquitoes weren't bad here this year until the hurricane, what, 3 or 4 weeks ago. We had a good year. See a few flakes late in October. Yeah, is the calves doing good? Do everything you see. Another way to use a screwdriver. And you're still waiting on, what, one more calf, Ted? I've got 2 that didn't have them, like with the rest of them, but they look like they could go at any time. Well, guys, it's been right about an hour. We're gonna shut it down, and y'all don't forget, next week we plan to have a special guest, so y'all be sure to come in and check out the first time we're gonna have a guest on the live stream. I hope all of y'all have a good week. Hey, Bluegill, we're getting ready to get off, buddy. I appreciate you coming in, though. Everybody have a good week. We'll see y'all next Sunday with a special guest. Take care.